17. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On 2nd and inches, Wilson. And smartly going into the slide there, Wilson has enough for the first. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. This goes to the tight end, Eric Saubert, and that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. Now it's Wilson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. That's complete to the tight end, Saubert.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. To throw is Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And smartly going into the slide there, Wilson has enough for the first. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And this is incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Flush to his right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack.
Back to throw. Wilson. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. Touchdown, Broncos. Cortland Sutton, 30 yards.
And the Broncos get a bit closer.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Wilson going to throw for it. And he'll get in as they're back within his score now. The lead's down to 7. And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed 2-point try here to get him to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the 3-point shot. And people were starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to...
And this will be caught at the 30.
And he'll be brought down at the 27. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years. With the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. He'll drop this underneath for Jones.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Crosby with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Washington now brings this out. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
And he's got this down to the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Rashawn Gary able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. Another try after the 1st down sack. Wilson. He completes this to Sutton.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Throwing is Wilson. Wide open receiver complete. On 1st down, Murray. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Wilson. And this is caught at the 8. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll try and run the option left side. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Russell Wilson scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out. And the Broncos are back within a score.
Partner, wasn't that long ago that when I talk with these NFL coaches about different innovations in the college game, you can see their eyes roll and they just shut down right away. Don't bring me that Joe College stuff. Well, guess what? The college game has definitely infiltrated its way into the NFL.
Yeah, and these guys, when you're seeing the option defensively, you got to stick to your assignments. I know that's cliche. They didn't do it there.
And option football means exactly what you just talked about. Assignment football for defenders. And that drives them crazy because you have to think your way through a play as opposed to just reacting and making the play.
Rodgers now on 1st down. He'll get this to Lazard. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Now it's Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Rodgers will try again on second down. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down. Rodgers now to throw. Forced out to his left. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Touchdown, Packers! Aaron Rodgers on fire, his 5th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Packers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Washington now brings this out. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one goes for 30 yards. Here's Wilson. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On first down, Wilson. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Eric Saubert as time expires in the first half. And the Broncos get a late touchdown here on the final play of the first half. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all that had to happen, but when time's running down, sometimes your brain compresses a little bit too. They show great poise, understanding of situation.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. Pulls it in at the 13. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage.
He's got a man, complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
This time, the extra point up and good, and the lead is down to 2. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. From the 6. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He's able to find Melton. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw pulled in by Melton.
And it's a Packers touchdown. Bo Melton, 29 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes this a 9-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21.
And he tries to get as much as he can here while protecting the football as he dives to the ground. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now Wilson on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Murray.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. A shotgun handoff. This is Murray now. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. From the 41, Wilson. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. They go play action now. Wilson.
Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And he will have a Broncos first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
Play action. Now Wilson.
This will be caught. Jeudy.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
Jerry Jeudy.
31 yards.
And the Broncos are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
They'll look to throw. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Fielded right around the 8. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers.
This pass complete to Melton.
Leaps past him. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Rodgers.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, a 22.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Show a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 42-yard line. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Rodgers to throw once more. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Rodgers going to throw. Dancing to his left. Able to find Lazard. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers.
And Lazard's got it again.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field. And just like that, they're going to be set up for the first and goal.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Throwing now is Rodgers. And he's got it. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal.
Nice completion, nice gain.
Great tackle.
Really good tackle. Kept him in bounds, kept things going. What do you do here?
That's the question. Let's see what they do. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Bronco defense comes up big. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
A big opportunity to tie it with 3 or take the lead with a touchdown. Their defense definitely did their part with that pivotal 4th down stop.
Oh, a quarterback sneak on 2nd down. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
This time Wilson will throw. He's going to let it fly. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle 3rd of the field, and that brings up 4th. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. That's complete to the tight end, Saubert. And he's going to get this up to the 24-yard line. Here's Wilson. And smartly going into the slide there, Wilson has enough for the first. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Throwing now is Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
This pass caught by Hamler.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 34-yard line. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be second and a couple.
Now that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop it.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. Wilson to throw. Going up top. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. With 3 seconds to go, if it's good, we're off to overtime. And this one is right down Broadway. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. So advantage Packers here. They'll possess the ball first with a chance to win it here in overtime. Fields this way up at the 17.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way.
And this will be caught at the 30. A huge play there in overtime. 51 yards. Well, in overtime, I think Coach is always wondering where's that magic line for my kicker. They're already in field goal range after that big play.
I'm glad you brought that up because that magic line can change throughout the game. It's constantly being updated by teams. It starts with pregame. Okay, how do you feel? As the game goes on, they might ask him again, still feel that same number? Is it a different number? Right hash, left hash, what do you need? And that goes into the play calling in OT.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Rodgers again now. Touchdown! So the game-winning touchdown came through the air in overtime. 4 quarters wasn't enough. We were treated to a really good one, weren't we, Parker?
That we were, and I just love being able to be witness to a game like this. All the way through. Who's going to win it? What, we're getting overtime? Great for us. A lot of tension on the field. Very tough. Not a surprise it ended with a passing touchdown. That's the way we play in the NFL. But the execution was pretty darn good.
Washington now brings this out.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not all now joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now what can Wilson do here in the OT? He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They run from the shotgun with Murray. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Big Kenny Clark that time, pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Is that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 24-yard line. Now it's Wilson. They still can't get it. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. It's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Now it's Wilson. And this is taken in by Hamler for a Bronco touchdown.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Wilson going to throw for it. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, it's intercepted. That'll seal it. Picked off by Darnell Savage. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
Charles, a heartbreaking